Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the immigration rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep and simplify it the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the audience.
I'm discussing money laundering today, which is under the second phase, which is those who acquire this property, especially those who acquire and possess this criminal proceed. However, I deal with immigration law on this program as well. But straightforward to that, in a nutshell, my opinion is that once you win an appeal in the immigration tribunal, the next stage will be for the respondents, which is the Home Office, to decide whether to appeal against that decision or not. The fact that you want it is not exclusive that you will receive indefinite leave or receive your documents. They have entitled, they have the right to appeal against that decision, either errors of law. Once the period has passed, then they have no other alternative but to issue you. However, if they can also, they're out of time, they may make application out of time to appeal, unless they have good reasons to the immigration judge to allow them to extend the time to appeal. It's only once the stages have gone through and gone past, then you will be granted and they will give you a notification allowing your case. Okay? So call me after the show and I will take you through that afterwards. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, back to the issue we're discussing here. So the acquisition here is by the individual receiving this money through someone. It could be a sister, brother, father, mother, wife, spouse, cousin, nephew, uncle, classmate, colleague, whatever. Do me a favor. It's always the issue. And I want to let you know that that is not a defense to this offense. That you're doing someone a favor, you need to go further than that. You need to explain. The burden of proof, as I was saying in criminal litigation, is that on the Crown. The Crown brings the case against you. The Crown must prove it beyond reasonable doubt. The prosecutor or the prosecution in any country that you are, be you in Nigeria, be you in the United Kingdom, be you in the United States of America, be in any part of the world, the prosecution brings the case, they prove it against you. Sometimes you did nothing to say. Sometimes you just need not to give any evidence. And that is the process of the law. The law provides that. You need not to explain yourself. However, in circumstance of this case, it provides that you must have to give explanation as to how you receive it. It is not simply to say that my cousin asked me to do him a favor, or my colleague, or my friend. It doesn't matter. As long as you're not able to provide this person to substantiate it, because the fact that the criminal investigation has commenced showing that there's something wrong somewhere. As a result of that, it is not merely easy to push it to someone. I've got some other issues where I see people giving some explanations that are clearly not convincible. Now, the burden of proof is on the Crown. However, this burden can move. It can move back to and shift to the defendant to show cause why the innocence he's putting forward will be accepted. The circumstances leading to this will also show. Now, there are two cases of this, two types of offense that cause through when people receive and acquire criminal property. Now, there's another part of the law that provides what is called wrongful retention of property. Okay, what that simply means that either a one-off case, people have received some funds. Now, let me tell you about this money laundering issue. It ranges from 10 pounds to 10 million pounds. To 10 trillion pounds, and even in dollars, in any other denomination. As long as the money you received has been traced to be illegally acquired fund and traced into your account or into your possession, be it the property, be it any other form, you must understand that it is now onus on you to explain how you have received that money. It's just easy to say, my cousin sent it to me. Now, a lot of people uses this defense to say that he came from abroad. My cousin or brother who live abroad asked me to do this for him. It is not enough. It is simply not enough. Remember that you face before the jury. This offense is tried in the Crown Court, and the jury have opportunity to listen to you explain. This is the members, distinguished members of the jury will listen to you and put your defense. If your defense don't count, then you'll be convicted. And it's important for you to start harnessing it now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have decided to bring this topic because I have seen that the communities we are have constantly profile of this aspect of the law. Once you receive such funds, you must be sure you must have undertaken certain procedures and you've undertaken certain requirements before you can receive this money. It is simply not enough. We know that in this system, in this economic recession, people passing through, people are more tempted to do so. Now, it's unfortunate because once that has taken place, the arm of the law will stretch on you, irrespective of who you are. No matter, the law is no respecter of any human being. The law will bounce its footstep. This program is to enlighten you. This program is to awaken your consciousness to law. This program is to get you to take action. Give me a call, 079-3172-7597. If your brother, cousin, sister, friend, relative, or neighbor is going through this, it is a very excruciating period to go through civil offense in trial, even in police station or even investigation stages. Either you are charged immediately or you're bailed to return back to the police station pending for the investigation. It is very excruciating period to go through. It is very stressful. I can tell you that. And we have seen that circumstances show and statistics show that most people who fall foul of this are clearly decent people in the society who have never been involved in crime before. As a result of that, it is very excruciating. It is very, very stressful. And you want a dependable person to guide you through while you pass through the process. And this is this program. Give me a call. I will assist you, give you friendly and well tailor-made advice. Test the evidence against you, because that is all what it is about. If the evidence against you is not strong to stand, then it must collapse. And that's the most important thing. And you want a dependable representation, dependable advice that will guide you through in the process from the police station investigation up to the charge from the magistrate court to the crime court, and even up to appeal against conviction. Remember that once you're convicted of this offense, the next consequences that takes over is what is called confiscation proceedings. It is also very stressful, as I said. It doesn't just end there by that individual being convicted and probably being sent to prison to serve sentence. And we did mention here that this offense carries a maximum sentence of 14 years imprisonment. It is quite huge for someone who has never passed through this before. It is an innocent offense that occurs on each daily basis. But at the end of the day, people don't understand that it is a huge, huge breach of the law, but without backing it with consistent and solid evidence and defense to that. It's important that you therefore seek proper legal advice. Give me a call. And you know this program comes your way with different areas of law. I specialize in other areas of law. I deal with immigration law. I deal with any sort of applications, the Home Office, representations, litigation, and advocacy. And I'm there. It's a one-stop shop for you that you need not go anywhere else. You'll be advised. I'll bring you to my office and we'll have a tailor-made instruction taken from you and then advise you accordingly in your immigration matter and make representation for you, obviously, what they believe. And always have this belief that my cases that I handle must be successful. But this is just some assumption. But it's important that you understand I will guide you through in every step of the way in your application. And you will have easy access and easy interaction with me when I handle your matters. Give me a call, 079-3172-7597. And you also know on this show, I bring employment law to you. Whatever sort of employment matter you're going through, be it unfair dismissal, be it discrimination of any sort, age, race, and disability. I will deal with these matters for you. And whatever the application you're going through is under the Wages Act, under the Race Relations Act, and all these matters, I will get you to the office and advise you appropriately. Do you have a case? Do you want to complain against the police? Action against the police? Yes, definitely. You are the right place. Give me a call, and we will fearlessly give you advice and take the matter on from there. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever the case you are going through, it is contract law. If you are entering into any contract, whatever form it is, commercial or otherwise, you need to have tailor-made advice before you put your pen on paper. It is important and guide you through along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, you've come to the right place. This program is packaged for you, for all over there. All of you who need this advice, who even don't, as a matter of fact, let me say this, everybody in the United Kingdom, in the world, is guided by the law, and therefore, on constant basis, we need advice. I need it as well as you need it. So you follow through to ensure that you are within the line. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure discussing this with you, especially this case I brought it before you. The offense of money laundering had to deal with acquisition and possession of criminal property. the offense that he created in there, the defense that you have to put forward. And as I said earlier on, the defense has been all that of innocence, but it must, the lack of knowledge there, and which you have to put through, but it's not sufficient. The burden of proof will shift to you. It's important that you understand that and harness your case appropriately. At the police stage, do not go there empty-handed. The police is smarter than you, if I may use that word. But however, you have the right to legal representation. You have the ultimate unquantifiable right to be represented at the police station, and it's free of charge. Then the other process is that if you're charged, then under the rules is that your means will be taken into consideration to see whether or not you have the means to pay for your representation in the Crown Court. But in an offense of this nature, clearly you will be granted legal aid, and I will represent you free of charge in the Crown Court and all throughout the process, even appeal against such decisions, whether conviction or sentence. I would advise you whether there are grounds of errors to appeal or not. Have you been convicted? Are you still going through that? You want further advice, give me a call. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to also let you know that if you call me to discuss your case, no matter case that you're discussing with, there will be a consultation fee to pay. It's important you understand that because I'm giving you an advice you can rely on. Therefore, a consultation fee is payable. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important you understand, awaken your consciousness to money laundering. It is an offense everybody have to be aware of and to be careful. Otherwise, when the full arm of the law catches up with an individual, it stretches further. It dismantles the individual. It shifts the individual to another dimension he cannot understand. It makes the person, brings the person back to where he has started before as a result of that. And anything that he has acquired or gained as a result of that case, of that offense, will be stripped off under the confiscation proceedings. It is a very serious offense, and whatever this case, whatever this money has been laundered, whether in UK, in Nigeria, any part of the place, it could be traced. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier, it is my pleasure discussing this case with you. I'll come back on your way next Monday on this same channel to bring yet another interesting topic that you will be glad to listen to. But meantime, take the number, put it on your phone, and ensure that you seek proper legal advice. I leave you with this. Do not act on anything you hear on this, but seek legal advice. It's my pleasure discussing this with you. I remain Justice Maduforo. I'm a solicitor. I come back your way again. In the meantime, stay blessed.
Law Simplified with Justice, the new informative, educative, and thought-provoking program is what you need to keep abreast with law and politics. This exciting and truly refreshing program is anchored by Justice Maduforo, a solicitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a soul-searching discussion here with my colleague. We've been dissecting sole responsibility under the individual rule, those under 18 and those above 18 years of age as well.
Law Simplified with Justice understands that law is a powerful driver to human behavior. It is therefore poised to simplify the law and get you to take action.
Bring it to your doorstep as simplified, the way that you will understand.
Contact Justice by calling 07931 727 597 or email lawsimplifiedwithjustice@yahoo.co.uk. Law Simplified with Justice, bringing the best to the